Oh shoot. Shalawam.
Woke up this morning and I prayed to the Most High. The sun is shining so bright. I'm blessed to live this life. Yahawashi. Blessed be Yahawah. Blessed be Yahawah.
Shalawam.
Welcome to the Helpmeets Hangout.
Hangout.
Because
Hey,
this is
because
where
this
the
is where the
Helpmeets hang
Helpmeets
out.
hang out. Hey, welcome to the Shalawam, y'all.
Shalawam!
I'm really
Lord
excited
willing,
about this
everybody been
episode.
doing well through the spirit. Lord willing, everybody been doing well. Pray to the Most High. We back with another episode.
Call Bahasham.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I'm excited.
me too. This
Hold on,
episode
I
really.
can barely hear you.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you a lot better now.
Oh, I'm about to say what?
Don't do that.
I worked hard on this setup. Okay, still
I
trying
know.
to fix it.
I know. Okay.
Stuff be happening. But yeah, this episode is really it's really like a spinoff from the last episode. If y'all haven't
Mm-hmm.
watched the last episode, please go back and watch the last
Please.
episode. We had a a very beautiful guest, Sister Gia, and she came on and we talked about homeschooling, the benefits of homeschooling, and just how nation building starts with the children. And so like I don't know, the Most High just put it on my spirit to just kind of keep with the same topic of like our children, and for
Mm-hmm.
those that don't know and are not into I don't know the wickedness of this world, I'll call it. Um, it's so called Pride Month, so I wanted to do something about like protecting our children and for parents just to be more aware of the things that are going on in society and how we can, have set plans to kind of protect the babies because nation building starts with the children. So, Lord willing, we can get into it, and this podcast episode will be very edifying through the spirit as well. Um, you okay?
Sorry. I told you my grandma left her dog out here.
Let me see. Hey, puppy,
Coco,
whoopee.
if you whining on my podcast, take your butt on somewhere.
This episode will be featuring Coco. I'm crying.
Girl, how about my little thing done broke on me, child?
Oh man,
We're gonna have to get. I'm gonna have to get a new piece. Not the whole thing, just a piece that hold it up. This thing leaning. You see how it's leaning?
that's all right. We ain't know till you told us.
Oh, it's gonna do for today. It's perfect. It's right where I
But
need
come
it.
on, y'all. Y'all, my husband went to camp yesterday, y'all, and it was so wicked. It was so wicked out there. They had a LGBT whatever plus um parade
Parade.
out there.
The lettuce,
Yeah.
bacon, tomato community.
Oh my goodness, girl. Don't put that on healthy food. Don't do that. I like I like me a good sandwich. You feel me? I like me a good sandwich. Don't do that. But yeah, like it made me think about this precept. Oh, Shalom sisters. Shalom. Okay, let me get this precept right quick. And I
Mm-hmm.
had sent Abarriyah so much stuff throughout the week,
You
y'all.
did.
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
goodness.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Oh shoot!
crazy
Let me get
because I
the other
just
ones you
I
sent.
just I just kept like stuff just kept coming to me. I just kept seeing stuff, seeing stuff. Um Let me see. Oops,
I'm gonna get a
my
precept
bad,
after
y'all.
you.
I'm laughing. This Proverbs chapter 16 and 18, it says, "Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall." And they so-called call it pride. It's like, well, the Most High not dealing with that. First of all, it's abomination to the Lord. We already know that. Second of all, the Lord not dealing with the proud. He's dealing with the meek, the lowly, the humble in spirit. He's not dealing with you know, that pride spirit. Because that pride spirit, like, it's like you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them that they wrong. You can't tell them that it's wickedness. You can't tell them that it's an abomination to the Lord. You can't, and the Lord is not dealing with people that can't take correction and rebuke, and things like that. And let me see. Yeah, that was the precept that uh came to my mind when I first thought about having this topic as a discussion because it's just so much wickedness going on in this world, and you know we really have to protect the kids from that. As much as we can. It's only so much we can do, but at least if we are putting this information out there and informing, sisters, and they can, try to protect their children from it, especially because it's a lot of stuff going on social media. Children are always on social media. Those sisters that aren't able to homeschool their children, your children are in public schools, and other children might expose them to things. So children know how to react and know in which way to go in certain moments and be like, nah, the Lord not dealing with that. That's wicked. Or, my mom told me that the Lord don't like that. Or my dad told me, the Lord not dealing with that. So, you got to train the children up so they won't depart from these ways.
Con, I agree. That was very beautifully said. And I know we about 5 minutes in, but I forgot to pull this at the very beginning. It was First Peter 4:11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Yahawah. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which Yahawah giveth, that Yahawah in all things may be glorified through Hamashiach Yahawashi, to whom we praise the men forever and ever. Amen. So, we just want to speak the oracles of the Most High. Speak things as well pleasing to the Most High on this podcast.
Hmm.
Because it is all of the Most High. They were even able to do this podcast through Spirit Habashim. But the stuff Lily sent me, y'all, I literally was I was literally getting teary eyed and vexed just watching it. Like
Girl, that
it's
first link had me like,
what really had my blood boiling? The second one.
ooh.
I was like, this don't make no sense. And you know what I think about? I get so angry because I'm not even angry at the kids. I'm not angry that our kids are walking around thinking that the young princesses and the young kings. I'm not mad that they walk. It makes me mad, but I'm not mad at them that they walk around thinking that LGBTQ is okay. They walk around talking about they're gonna run down in the op because it's the adults that they see doing that. They're just a product of their environment. They see everybody else doing it. They see the kids doing it. They don't have no righteous leader. They have nobody to lead them in righteousness and show them the right way. So they're just doing, in their eyes, they're doing the best they can, being what they're being taught. They don't know the
They doing
commandments.
what
They
they
don't
feel as
know.
though is okay. Right.
Right. And it's our job to show them the right way. It's our job to be that leader. It's our job as sisters to be the leaders and the examples to the young princesses so they don't walk around thinking these things are pleasing in the sight of the Lord because it's not.
All right.
So, and I seen this video of what's that dude that be speaking on like all the woke stuff? His name is like Imar. You know who I'm talking about. He like
Dr. Umar Johnson?
yes, he did a little video because the second clip you sent me, I was going through the comments looking at what people were saying, and you had some people like thinking it was okay, and you had some people just talking about how we basically destroy it. But then I seen a little clip of him basically saying like some along the lines of it starts in the how a kid acts starts in the child's home or something like that. So these
Hmm.
kids, when they walking around talking about I'm gay or they walking around talking about ran up on my op, it's because that's what they see at home. That's what they getting fed at home. That's what the parents allow them to watch. That's what the parents allow them to do.
Hmm.
And so it's terrible. It's
Fine. You gotta monitor. You gotta monitor. You gotta keep that watch over your children. You gotta, even though some people call it like helicopter parenting, or they call it like, being extra super strict, and another thing is accountability. Accountability in our community is not as present as it was before, because I was just talking to sisters yesterday, and we were just talking about this, and um, you know, sis- back in the day, like our parents and grandparents, they used to just get in trouble by everybody. Get in trouble by the neighbor, then you get in trouble at home, and you got in trouble not only by your mom, by your dad. If the dad was in the household as well, so it was like discipline on many levels. Discipline on in these times and these days, it's not the same. It's don't tell my children anything. You can't tell my children nothing. Don't speak to my children. Don't correct my children. And then that's why we have children in schools fighting teachers, disrespectful, cussing teachers out, calling teachers, whatever, this word and that word. And it's okay because that's the behavior that is present within the household and in the home. So we kind of got to um, I know it says protect our children from the wickedness of the world, but that's not only outside. That's also within Israel as well. You got to be um, you know circumspect. Improve all things. Prove people. Is very important. So
And I'm not a mother, so I'm not going to sit on here and tell somebody how to parent. But it's kind of playing upon tables what children shouldn't be allowed to do. Like what I notice on YouTube Shorts, because I don't really be on TikTok a lot, but something I notice is nowadays parents, they record everything with their kids, everything. And nowadays, especially like the teenagers, people be trying to be TikTok famous and YouTube famous, whatever. But nowadays, like it's a trend. It's normal to be the cool parents. Like I'm gonna let you go get drunk and high, and I'll come pick you up. Like literally, I was looking at this YouTube short yesterday,
yeah,
and it's this
that
daughter
sister
and her
and her
mother.
daughter. Yeah,
Yes, they make me. It's like this is what they push on our, and they're like YouTube famous. So how imagine how many of our kids are watching that, thinking that, oh, I can go to a party and get drunk and high, my mama gonna pick me up. Like they condone in a child behavior like that. And then what's crazy is the mother deals with a homosexuality demon. The mother had a wife. I don't know if they're still together. Her
the
daughter had a
Edomite,
boyfriend. Yeah, her
the
daughter had a
Edomite. Yeah,
boyfriend. Now her daughter says she's gay. And so I seen this video they did, and her mom was like, somebody was saying, you influenced her to be the way. She's like, I didn't influence anything. Yes, you did. Yes, you
yeah.
did. So it's like, it's
Children are gonna imitate what they see.
exactly.
It
Whether
was this
they,
it was this reel that I saw that the it was a really she was really small. She was a real little like toddler, and her mom would just give her certain items. So say she gave her a hairbrush. She just want to see what she gonna do with it. So she's
I
imitating
seen
all the
that.
things that she saw, the mom do. She gave her some earrings. She like, let me see what she gonna do with them. Of course, she trying to act like she putting them on. Give her some little eyelashes. She trying to see like children imitate it. I know it's so much. It's gonna be do as I say, but no, children are gonna do as you do, because even children question, well, how come I get to do this, and how come I don't get to do this, and but you're doing it, but you're
You
doing
say I
it,
like that. That's how they
because that's how
be.
kids exactly, because that's how they
That's how they
be, and it's
be.
just like you know um you got to be an example. You got to have those blameless works. You got to have those, so some people can say, I've never seen my mom don't eat, they mom might drink. I never seen my mom drink. They mom don't drink in front of them. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They might can say my mom has never had a drink. Da, 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 da. And they be like, when they grow up, then they'll when they able to sit with their parents when they are of age, and their mom might be like, you want to have a glass of wine? They be like, Mom, I thought you ain't drink. No, I just ain't drink in front of you. So it's just
Mhm.
like like protect the kids. It's important because they I was telling sisters like, okay, whatever children feel is okay to do with you, they're gonna do. They might do worse when they're not with you. So when they with you, they need to make sure that when they not with you, they're going to be afraid to do things. Sometimes we have to drive the fear into them. You know what I mean? And be like, all right, they about to go do something. They friends stealing. They like, nah, I'm not about to steal because not only am I about to get in trouble by my mom, but like, yeah, the most time I'm not dealing with that. Like,
Yeah.
so it's kind of one of those things.
Yeah. Ouch.
Did you want
Con.
to share
Even
any of the Oh, go ahead, my
con,
bad.
I was gonna say, even like, cause drinking wine is lawful. So even if it's something that's lawful to do, like so far as drinking wine, it'd be smart to do it not in front of them, because if they see you doing it, they gon' who kids nowadays, they might want to try
They
when you ain't
curious.
around. Yeah, let me see
They
how this
curious.
tastes. And she drinking in front of me. This just kids. Like I was once a kid. I used to want to
Yeah.
try those things because I seen that.
Yeah.
I seen it presented in front of me.
Mhm. That's like guns. People children will see the gun and then bad things happen. When the parent they're like, I'm putting this in a lockbox up here, don't touch it. Why? Then the kid then got to the gun and then shot a hole in the wall, or
Right.
Lord forbid something else crazy to happen. So you gotta kind of like be circumspect, have that wall of defense in that line. It's a precept that talks about that. Hold on, spoil. It's
Let me pull up these notes.
Ecclesiasticus. It's Sirach 36 and 25. I'm gonna just read the first part of it, but it says, "Where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled." So where no protection is, where no line of defense is, that that possession is going to be spoiled, and your children are a part of your possession because that's your household. That's they're your children. So you gotta be careful that your possession don't get spoiled by the ways and the wickedness of this world because they think it's fun, they think it's cool, they think YOLO. You only live once. I'm living my best life. I'm having hot girl summer. All these slogans that the world are coming up with, or they're on TikTok and they seeing these um on TikTok. Y'all gotta be careful. Um, they have a lot of ads for like lesbian dating apps, gay dating apps, just even not even touching into that, but other demonic things. Just it's a lot. So be careful if your children are on TikTok. Monitor them, please.
Con. And I remember at some point there was a time where kids weren't allowed to have a phone until they was maybe 13. Like I didn't have electronics growing up. I didn't have my first phone till I was in the 5th grade of middle school. And even at that, it wasn't a touch screen. It was a BlackBerry. You had to roll the dot to move around. Like, I didn't get my first touch screen till maybe later in 5th grade or maybe 6th grade. And it was the little small iPhone 5C blue. I remember it like it was yesterday. My first touch screen, it was that blue iPhone.
Girl, yeah, you talking about that, girl? I had my first little phone was a minute phone. Where you had to put the minutes on there, girl. It was like a
The
little
click
brick
up,
phone.
ah, click up.
The only game they had on there, it was like this. It's called Centipede. It's like a snake game. It's called Centipede, where it'd be like a little dot, and then it'd be like
It's like a little maze.
yeah, and it got to get to the thing. And then I had the other one. It was like a little brick where it was this little thing at the bottom, and the it was supposed to be a ball, but it was not a ball. But it was like a little thing, and it'd be like, beep, you gotta move it so it can
Okay,
when it
yeah, I'm
come
not
back down. It's like
following.
beep.
I'm
Oh,
not following
oh,
along.
I'm
But
listen, telling my age.
listen, I'm saying that to say there was a time where kids didn't have phones. They was like a certain age. Like nowadays, kids are growing up with phones. They can't go to sleep without it. They got to be on their phone, and they're not being monitored. And there's a thing where you can put like child protection on it. You can block off certain things, but it's like folks just don't care anymore. Like I'm a pre-K teacher, and some of my kids, they've told me like they have their own iPad and their own phone. Literally, one of my kids came to school today. He was crying and mad. I was like, "What's wrong?" He said, "I want to go home and play on my PlayStation." I was like, 5 years old, mad. He don't want to be at school, mad at the world because he want to go play on his PlayStation. Like nowadays, kids got their own PlayStation, their own video box. They even got watches that play games on them. Like it's like these kids are
Mm.
addicted to technology. But when I was growing up, and I'm young, I'm only 19. I'm not old. So when I was growing up just a few
Mm-mm.
years ago, I ain't grow
Mm-mm.
up with a phone.
Don't say I'm not old like that. Don't do that.
I wasn't saying it like that, Lily. Okay,
I'm just saying, because that was
I'm
just
just
a
saying.
second.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean no harm like that. I'm just saying, like when I say when I was growing up, because I'm still, I'm just going.
That sister try to call me old, y'all. That
No,
sister
I
try to
did
call me old.
not. I did not. I'm sorry, but y'all, it's crazy.
But yeah, that is. I think that's smart to limit your children accessibility on certain apps or certain things, especially if you don't want them to feel left out, but you do want them to have a good childhood and things like that. But you
Mhm.
also, one thing my mom told me, I'm not your friend. I'm not your
Okay.
friend. I'm your mother. Okay, and that, I think a lot of people nowadays are getting caught up in
Being a child
being
friend.
their children's friend and trying to relate to them on certain levels like that. But even like in school, they ask kids who are their role models and things like that. And we've touched on this before on how their role models are Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B and I was gonna say Doja Cat, but I don't know. It was just a name that popped in my mind. I don't even know who that is for real. But we have these celebrities that are our children's role models, and
Mhm.
I feel like it's our job to inform our children that this is not the way to go. These people should not be our role models. Our foremothers should be our role models. They had
Mhm.
the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Most High. They moved in such a way that we can learn from, and these should be your role models. And for our sons, our young kings, these your forefathers should be, that were moving in righteousness should be your role models. And it's so sad because Abarriyah was talking about how they have these rappers and they see the rappers in this image and they think that they think that the black man is supposed to be this rapper or this trapper or athlete or things that they glorify in the world. And you don't have to be that way. You can be a very intelligent engineer. You can be a postal worker if you want to. You can be a barber. You could be an entrepreneur. It's so many other streams and avenues for our children to choose, that we just have to inform them. And we are in the age of information, so it's no reason that we can't get these sources out to our children. I know back then our parents were kind of doing, I'll say, the best that they could do with the resources that they had, but now we have so many more resources. So it's no excuse, you know.
Kind. Kind. I'm gonna pull up some of those links that you sent me. Y'all, this stuff is madness. Prepare yourself. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Prepare
because
yourself.
kids are focusing on the wrong things. Children don't even know how to oh yeah. I don't know if
Get
y'all saw this.
and yeah, like what Lily said, Sis Lily said, that's the spirit. I was literally just telling my other one that last night. I said, parents be trying to be their kids' friend. And so from what I'm seeing on social media is it's just a trend, it's a norm to let your child do whatever they want to do. Like I see it in my personal life with people I know personally. Parents let their kids do whatever they
Mhm.
want to do. Like they let them go get drunk. They let them smoke weed. They allow these things. They let them have all these different our princesses, in their teenage years, their parents let them have all these different boys over. They let their kids have an iPad at the age of 4. It's just we are destroyed as a nation. I want to show this stuff.
Gay baby. It's a gay baby. Gay baby. Gay, gay, gay. Please be gay. Ugh. Okay. Be what you want to be, but be gay. Okay? Thank you. Right? No pressure. No pressure, but pressure.
Mm.
Gay baby.
Madness.
How do y'all? I want sisters to say how they feel about that. What do y'all think about that? I want sisters to kind of interact with that. Like, what are y'all thoughts on this clip? And we see this is on social media. We see this is on Twitter. So what are sisters thinking about this? Because I think this is complete and utter madness. Like, I don't know. What you think, Abarriyah? What you?
I think it's madness. I think it's madness. She said it's
Cause
madness, and the most I gonna deal with her. Definitely, they pushing homosexuality on these kids before they even can think for them. I'm talking about you already got baby LGBT clothes in the store. You already got gay
Target.
toys in the store. Yeah, like I seen that on. Hold on, let me pull it up. I sent it to you. Um, yeah, I sent it to you. It was Target, and you got these big business promoting it too, and they don't care. And some of them getting backlash and taking the stuff down, but then some of them just don't care. I think I got an email from Kroger. As madness. I think I got an email from Kroger over the weekend saying we proudly support LGBTQ.
Mm.
Like it's madness. But
And y'all. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
what do you think about the video?
Oh, it's madness. It's crazy because how did you get that baby?
Right.
It wasn't by being gay.
I
It
seen it.
wasn't
I
by.
seen one in the
That's a.
comments.
It's a contradiction.
Right. It's madness. I'm trying to find the link. I sent it to my other email. I seen one of the comments say she had sex with a man just to want the baby to be gay. Like, that's madness.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
don't
That's
even think I sent
crazy.
the Target
And
thing.
also,
Let's
I
see.
was thinking about how Target is losing so much money and people are not supporting it. But my husband made a good point. Like, they're not changing anything. They still have those clothes out there. They still have, though that section where they're promoting this wickedness to our children. And it's like it's so crazy because when you think about it, it's not hidden anymore. These agendas are not hidden anymore. They're like out in the open. They don't care. It's in your face, and they just gonna do it. We in those times that they just outright prideful, outright wicked, and don't care what you think about it.
That's the scary thing about it. Like there used to be a time, maybe a few years ago, a few months ago, where they would be slick with it. They put it in the TV shows. They slick put it in the TV shows. They low key put it in the music. But now they just don't. Now they just don't care no more. They don't care. It's just out in the open. It's out in the open.
Con, I was just thinking about how on the Proud Family they it was this character, his name was Michael, and everybody knew Michael was a little bit sweet, and it was like under wraps that they didn't promote it like that. But now on this new season of the Proud Family, like the reboot, he is just loud and proud, and it's crazy. And these are the cartoons that our children are watching, so kind of got to monitor it because we be thinking children movies be children movies when the whole time you watch that movie with your child, you be like, as an adult, you're like, hold up, this is not a kids movie. This is They got some crazy stuff going on in here, and subliminally I know what y'all talking about. So Yeah.
All kids movies ain't kids movies. I've seen that
Mm-mm.
because I like I said, I'm a pre-K teacher and we have movie day every Thursday, and these kids be bringing their own movies from home, and I'll be looking and I'll be like, they got a whole bunch of subliminal stuff in here, feeding these kids
Mm-hmm.
that, and the kids don't understand what it really is. But all
Mm-mm.
kids movies ain't kids movies.
Right.
And like I said, hold on, let me pull up this other one though. Now this, I I'm at a loss for words. I'm at a loss for words. I'm at a loss of words at this one. These kids probably in fourth grade talking about running down
It
the
was
street.
old, pop up a surprise. Tell her these guys, a lot of these people be selling me lies. Thought it was old, pop up a surprise. Tell her these scared by the look in his eyes. Got niggas mad and I don't even try. Put this on God that a nigga gon' die. Soon as we catch him, we fuck up his ride. And we tracking him down so he can't even hide. Shit get cold, but I'm keeping my heat. Young nigga in the trap, yeah, I gotta make a fee. Yeah, I want all the smoke, yeah, I want all the tree. If a nigga I leave his brains on the street. No, I don't fuck with his bitch ass. So I sent his ass up with his good man. I ain't playing no games, you better not say my name. If you do, I'ma make that a white crack. Nah, we can't give him a pass by the Lord of them steps. We gon' get on his ass. If he made one move, leave his ass in the past. And when I was trying to steal your wife was a class. Nah, this shit is for real. I just made like 10 in the field. Fuck that, I'm trying to get to them M's. Fuck that, I'm
Madness.
That's crazy because these kids be worried about the wrong things. They don't even know how to write in cursive.
Don't even
They
know the
don't even know how
multiplication.
to they don't even know how to sign for
I knew my
certain things,
multiplication at
y'all.
that age and my cursive.
They
That's
don't
mad.
know. They are not. They're not focused on the things that are actually going. They are going to have to implement implement in this world. They worried about how to kill their brother, how they gonna run down, how they gonna kill somebody, how they gonna. That's crazy. That is so crazy that that has become the ideal of what of a black man, a so-called black man in this world. That's what they strive to be. That is so sad. It's hard. It's sad.
It's
Heartbreaking.
vexing. It's madness. It's madness. But, like I said earlier, it vexes my soul. It makes me so angry, but I'm not mad at the kids because, like I said, the kids, they just doing what they see. You got all these celebrities. And I was just telling my mom, a lot of times, a lot of our people, they see these celebrities, they see Lil Durk, Cardi B, Lil Baby, and they think that's what their life's supposed to be like because that's what they see. They see them rapping about killing their brother. They see them rapping about, I'm gonna go shoot down on my brother. I'm gonna go kill my brother. I'm gonna sleep with his wife. This is what they see. They
I'm gonna
think that's
take his
okay. Then they
girl.
rap about it, and
Right.
that's what they want to be when they grow up. They think their life's supposed to be just like that because that's what they see. They don't see nobody keeping the commandments of the Most High. They don't see nobody being that righteous example. And that's why we got to strive to be that righteous example because we destroyed. That's why the most I said we've discontinued from our heritage. We call ourselves niggas. We say, I want to go kill my brother. They rapping about killing their brother and they know they're at least 10 years old rapping about killing their own people. That's absolutely insane. That makes
Mm.
and we the only people that do that. You do not see no so-called white people, no so-called you don't see none of them.
That
You
me
see
their
Edomites,
genre of music is not like that. Their genre of music
it's
don't
pop.
promote them. Don't
Right,
promote these things. Their genre of music talk about love, heartache, things like that. And
right,
our the people that run this, we know who's at the top of running this,
right.
and how certain people will tell you like in this industry how it's in order for them to make it to where they want to go, they gotta do some strange things,
For a piece of
and they gotta
change.
promote a certain image. I
Mm-hmm.
remember I was watching something about it's the sister, her name Sukiana, and
Oh, I know what
she
you're
had made a video about how she basically had to sell. She was crying because she said she sold her soul, and then she was also saying like basically she knows how to turn it on and turn it off. Like she knows how to go make the money and turn on this so-called image, but when she with her children and stuff like that, her family, she's not like that. Like they are sensible and know what they doing. And they feel like, okay, well, I'm promoting this music or whatever. Cardi B made a crazy statement like, my daughter ain't never gonna listen to this music. So why do y'all think that they care about the children? They don't. Why do you think that they're gonna change the way they are? They not. They here to for one thing is to get the money, and they don't care what image they have to portray. So it starts with the household to protect the children. If they not gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna take in consideration the children I might be affecting, then you as a parent have to. You as a, as a sister, you have to look out for your little cousins, look out for your brothers and sisters and things like that. Check on them. Sometimes parents need help as well. It take a village to raise the children. It's not only parents, so we not only here talking to parents, we talking to sisters too. So aunts and
Yeah,
uncles.
that's the spirit you said that, because I was just gonna say that, like Cardi B, she said she don't even let her child listen to that type of music. And you know what's crazy? When we did that podcast 2 weeks ago about, protecting homeschooling and stuff like that, there was this video that I seen. Oh, I'm trying to think about it. There was this video that I seen. Oh, you sent it to me on Twitter when the brother was reading that book from that sex ed kids book in the school.
Oh,
Y'all, they did not want to hear it. Like the school board, and he was a brother. The school board was telling him, "Get off. We don't want to hear it." He was like, "You don't even want to hear what's coming out of this book. So why do you have it in the library for kids to check it out and read it?
yeah.
And you don't even want to read it." That tells you that it's absolute madness. And you know what's funny is the people that created Facebook, the people that created YouTube and stuff like that, they don't even let their kids use it. Or if they do, it's very limited. So these people, they create these things to destroy our children, but they protect their children from it. But they want to destroy the
Mhm.
black community. They want to destroy our community. They want to tear us down because you don't. Well, then we're looked at. Look at those monkeys. Look at those people talking about killing their own people at 10. They're just
Mhm.
look at that. Look at
Our
the
Hispanic brothers and sisters too. In the Caribbean, they got that I don't know what their style of like music is that they play like at parties and stuff like that. I forgot what it's called. Lord willing, if sisters know what I'm talking about. But I seen this one video of this elder woman. She climbing up the daggone she climbing up the wall. It's like so the wall, it was like, I don't even know how to explain it. Anyway, she was climbing up the wall, and she got to the top part of it because it was like little ledges where you could step on, and she hops down and do a split. I mean, older woman. This is in the islands doing crazy things. So it's like, how can we expect the children to do better if the elders are acting unseemly? The elder men are going out here and trying to portray like they're younger men, and doing still acting, like they teenagers and things like that. You're not in your prime no more. It's okay to be an elder. And elder, I was saying this earlier, be careful who you call elder. Elder, do not, just because you older don't mean that you wiser. You know what I mean? So we got to be careful. And I was saying this, the history of Susanna is a perfect example.
because they was
Be
elders.
careful. And they was wicked.
They was elders, but they was lusting after this
And
girl, looking at her take baths.
it took young, wise Daniel to stand up and say something about it, because everybody else was just, the sisters was talking about how we are sheep. We sheep. And sheep are docile animals. I don't want to say, you know, slow, but they're docile and like they just go with the whatever is going on. That's what we're gonna do. No, we are called to be set apart. So we're bringing awareness and attention to these things and bring it to the forefront. So Lord willing, sisters are getting some edification from this.
Con, con, yeah,
What
man, it's terrible out here.
I
It's
cannot think of what it's called. The island music that they play in the clubs. I forgot.
Mm-mm.
Let me see. Oh, maybe reggae dance hall. Dance hall. That's what it's called. Dance hall.
What's called
It's called dance hall. It's
dance
dance
hall
hall
music?
music. Yeah, girl. And them, if you ever, I know you've seen it before. And with the men, they be hopping all on top of the women, and they be like, fast, 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 and it just be crazy. It be
I ain't
crazy.
seen it. I
It's
gotta
a
look at.
wild spirit.
I'm gonna have to
It's
look
a
into it
wild.
when we get off the podcast.
Yeah, be careful, y'all. Be careful. Be sober. Be vigilant. Don't feel like y'all might be being too hard. Listen, don't you don't if you spare the rod, you're gonna regret it. Okay, you're gonna
Con, I got a
regret it.
precept. You just made me think of a precept. This First Peter chapter 5 verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. So you got these wicked people leading this industry, walking around seeking who they can devour in our community, trying to tear us down. You got Satan walking around seeking who he may devour. So we have to be very vigilant and mindful of what we feed these kids and what we portray as okay, what we put in front of them, what we put in front of ourselves. We have to be mindful of what we feed in our spirit, what we're doing, so that we don't give them an image to think that's okay. So, I mean, it's really heartbreaking to see where our kids are headed. And at some point, where is the line going to be drawn? When is enough going to be enough? When is it going to change? We have to be the change, because as of right now, this next generation is getting destroyed. Like, not saying like they get, but this next generation is destroyed. That's what I mean. Like, they're already talking about killing their people at the age of 10. So we have to, as quickly as possible, snatch them and turn them around and get them to these laws, such commandments, because they already destroying the next generation already. I mean, everything is just accessible now. Everything's accessible. There
Mhm.
nothing there's no restrictions. Hey, if you want it, you want to be gay, you want those gay clothes, you want those gay toys, go ahead. I wouldn't be surprised if they stop IDing at this point for drugs and drinks. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh
Everything's
yeah.
accessible now. They want to destroy us. They want to make us look like fools. They want to break us down. And you don't really see any other people dealing with it. I mean, this is their kingdom, y'all. They live good here. And of course, the Most High has blessed us and allowed us to have a decent, good life here. Call it Habashim. Like he provides for us, but this is their kingdom. They live in gated communities. Their kids ain't got to worry about none. Most, they put their kids in private school like it's none. They protect their kids, or sometimes they don't. It's just, but it's us. It's us. They're after us. If y'all haven't realized, they're really after us. We
Yeah,
are
that's
the
why we
laughing
gotta be
stock.
for ourselves.
We are the ones
Mhm.
that's fools. We are the ones that get laughed at. We the byword. We are the proverb that the Lord talked about in Deuteronomy chapter 28. We the ones that get talked about. When we walk in, they laugh at us. They talk about us. This Deuteronomy chapter, I just got a precept on the pull. 28 in verse. What's that precept about? Proverb and hold on. A reproach. 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. We're a proverb, we're an astonishment, and we're a byword. We do things and they be like, what? Oh my goodness, look at that. Ew. They ain't got no sense. They ain't got no home training. Where they mamas at? Where they daddies at? This is what they taught them was okay. I'm glad my little Jimmy's not like that. We the proverb. We the astonishment, y'all. And we have to change. At some point, it has to be a change. At some point, enough gotta be enough.
Mhm.
And the only thing that's right in the eyes of the Lord is his way, keeping his laws, such a commandment, because everything that this world promotes goes against Yahawah Shemashai. Everything that this world promotes is not thus saith the Lord. It's not pleasing in the eyes of the Lord. So those that's keeping these laws, such a commandments, we have to be the ones to be that example. We have to be the ones to build our nation back up, because these pastors ain't gonna do it, these celebrities ain't gonna do it, these people are people that's not keeping commandments, they're not going to do it. So we have to spread the truth. We have to be that light and that example. But then again, we can only do so much. We got to pray for our people.
Uh, I was thinking about a few things. So the first thing I was thinking about, the law, statutes, and commandments. But I wanted to say also, look for different programs because I do want this to be solution based. I don't want this to just be like a ranting session. Or, I want to bring these things to the forefront so sisters, know and are edified on it. Programs, get your kids in activities, whether it's chess, tennis, football, baseball, softball. Try to get them out the house, get them active. It's summertime, take them for a walk, see what plants they can identify. That's exactly what I was thinking about. The sister, she got that Black Math Genius program, and of course, the other nations was upset and mad. But why? I don't know, because they had plenty of programs for their own daggone children. But try to implement different things and grab their attention, so a book club, anything, things that can expand their mind beyond these screens. Y'all, our children spend a lot of time with the phones and screen time and scrolling, and if you've done any research on that, you'll see that how that affects the brain and the mind. And like Abarriyah was talking about, her student was upset because he wanted to play his PlayStation. Well, that's probably what he's reduced to, most of the time, because some people think, well, I'm gonna just give them the tablet so they can chill out, or I'm gonna just let them go play the game. So, we want to spend time with our children. Time is something that we can't get back. So let's make more memories and do things that are more impactful for our children, so that moving forward, they can instill these things in their children as well. But that was a beautiful idea that sister started with that math program.
All praise for you sharing it. The most I put it on your spirit. That's beautiful. Definitely. I've and I a few months ago I was trying to find a chess club. That might sound weird, but I was trying to find one. I was trying to find a book club to get into, but I obviously never found anything. And I tried to join this group. They declined me. So so the Lord though. But there's a lot of DIY activities on Pinterest. There's a lot of activities out here you can do for free at home. All you gotta do is Google, activities to do with your child at home, even age range. I had to look up last week, intimate activities to do with teenagers, because, as they get older and of age, they don't want to just sit around and, not their interests change. So you got to do things that interest them that's righteous in a beautiful way. Like I've been wanting to do a DIY scrapbook for a minute, like a DIY picture book. So maybe, y'all could do DIY photo books or just anything. I used to do a lot of activities with my mom when I was growing up. She would help me with a lot of activities at school. So, it's a lot of things. Like she used to have a big bucket of like art supplies. So like we used to have all the art supplies at home. You never had to go to the store to buy nothing. Like my mom would literally have it at home. So whenever I needed to
Wow.
do something, all I had to do was go in the garage and get it. That's how it was growing up for me. Everything I needed was already at home for me. So all praise to the Most
Yeah,
High. Definitely
yeah.
beautiful point. It's a lot of
Trips, um, trips to the library, things like
mhm,
that, things that don't really
museum,
cost. Yeah,
zoo.
it's free museums. Look in your
Yes,
city
for
where you could go and get
museums.
it. It's free things to do, y'all,
You'd
and
be
you don't have to pay
surprised.
for everything. If you go and look, it's so many resources. That's why I say we in the age of information, and I think the last thing that I just really wanted to say that is, if we are really looking for a change, we have to be that change. We have to make that impact. We have to be the voice of reason, and we don't have to be hard about it. We don't have to yell and scream and fight about it. We're sisters. We're gonna live in our femininity, in our soft era. That's what you know they saying now. But as sisters, just be that change. Let your light shine, and be that examples that you want for your children, so that your children can be that examples when they go out here in this world. So that's what Michael Jackson said. If you want to see a change, you got to start with the man in the mirror. So,
looking for that man in the mirror. Oh, yeah. I'm
Hey,
asking him to change my way. And
hey,
no man said but the man in the mirror. And
if you want to that change, take a look at stuff and make change.
hey, do. I'm gonna go play that. It's my new moon, y'all. So she got me turned over here.
Yes,
But Con,
but
y'all, did you have anything else?
no, that was all. I really enjoyed this conversation, Lord willing. Sisters was edified. We came up with some solutions and we brought awareness to sisters. And the last thing I wanted to say was, please, y'all, go look up those LGBT flags and things like that, and just be aware of what your children are doing because y'all might see them, flags and things, and I just want y'all to be informed. So y'all have that information. Go Google it, the pride flags, gay flags, whatever you want to call
Mm-hmm.
it. Go and look at it so that you have a list and you can see because it's so many more than what actually what that on that link. Because when my husband went to camp yesterday, this guy he pulled out a new flag, and I was, what is that? It wasn't even on the list of the ones that I saw. It was new ones, so they constantly changing things and making new things. So just I don't even look at that. What is
I
look
thought
at
it was just
even
one.
all of this? No, it's a whole bunch of different ones.
See, that's
So
mad.
you just want to be aware, and this is for the children's sake, so we can be, on top of these things and be informed. But that's all I had. Be that change in the
Con,
nation, in the world that you want to see. Be an example, be a light, and keep enduring.
con. Well, Lord willing, y'all have a good week. It's Sunday, so set those goals. I'm feeling good. Lord willing, have a good day. Lord willing, y'all got edified. It was enjoyable. But kind of also look up these different awareness days. The link I just put up, all LGBTQ plus awareness days in 2023 you need to know about. So apparently they have days all throughout the year. So this stuff is expanding. It's a lot of going on, but hey, we just want as long as we keep the Most High first, Lord willing, He keeps us protected and our kids protected from these things. So keep us in good
Con,
spirits. Remain pure and undefiled and unspotted from the world.
con, and we love y'all. Lord willing, we see y'all next episode. Thank you for hanging
Yahawah.
out with us.
Thank you. Welcome to the Helpmeets. Hey,